Hi guys, welcome to another video. What is a low buy year? Why are we hearing that phrase all over social media? So many YouTubers in particular are stating that they are going to have a low buy year in 2024. So I thought, I need to find out about this. What is it? What does it represent? Will I be partaking? Let's find out. So let's kick off with what is a low buy year? Well, my definition of it is that you're cutting back. You are cutting back on your spending, whether it is monetary terms, whether it is number of items, whether it is the type of item, but you are putting something in place. You are setting yourself some boundaries. You are setting some rules. You are being more accountable and you are going to spend less in total. I assume that that's it. I assume that that's it. So what's my take on this? Well, the reason I wanted to do this video was because a good friend of mine, Lisa from Luxury and Life in the Middle, who I will link above and below, Lisa has brought out a series of videos about this, and she has, I don't want to spoil it for you, and I'm sure you've already seen her videos, but she has set herself some rules. She is allowing herself certain parameters around those rules. So go and watch her video and you'll see what I mean. And yeah, I watched her video with intrigue and I commented below basically saying, well, I just wouldn't stick to it. I know I wouldn't stick to it. I'd break my own rules. So yeah, why would I break my own rules? Why do I think I couldn't stick to a plan? I'm a very organised, systematic, logical person most of the time. So surely it must mean that I can actually set my own boundaries and targets and rules and everything else. And, why wouldn't I stick to them? Well, yeah, keep watching and you will know exactly what I mean. So when we talk about the boundaries that have been set or the rules that have been set, what I mean by this is that people have decided that they are going to spend X amount over the next year. They may have said so much per quarter, so much per month, and actually plan their spending or restrict and limit their spending in order to not go mad. Some people are being a little bit less rigid than that and saying, I am only going to buy X amount over the whole year. How and when you spend it is entirely up to you. Some people are using it to restrict the number of items that they are planning to buy. So whether it is handbags, so let's just talk about handbags. So some people are saying, I'm going to buy no more than, I think Lisa said in hers, no more than 4 handbags over the year. So that is 1 a quarter. So, but does it mean that you have to buy 1 a quarter? Or, if you want to buy 4 all in one go and then nothing for the rest of the year, but you have restricted yourself to 4 handbags. So there's that to take into consideration. Also, some people are looking at this in a way to just change their actual buying habits. So it's things like, not buying lots and lots of SLGs or lots of scarves or I don't know, other bits and pieces that maybe they have got lots of already and they seem to buy and buy and buy the same things. So this way of setting themselves some rules is to say, I am not buying any more SLGs this year or scarves this year or fragrances this year, those type of things. So how does this all work in reality and what is my take on this? Well, my take on this is that as soon as I limit myself, it becomes very, very negative for me. And I am quite a positive person in general, and I like to think of things in a positive manner. So if somebody tells me, even it is myself, that I am restricted, I am limited to a certain budget or to a certain number of items, it takes the enjoyment away in some respects for me. I love the researching, I love the fashion shows, the runways, the lookbooks coming out, the different collections. I love all of it. And much as I do love all of it, part of the enjoyment for me is looking ahead at what might be coming and all the rest of it. I don't know what's going to come in the following year. So just let's talk about the actual items. I don't know what is going to come out in the second half of the year. I don't know, and I'm excited to see. I therefore don't want to restrict myself by saying I can't buy something then because I've already bought something now, for example. What I want to do is just go with the flow, which is not my usual characteristic, I have to say, but just go with the flow and just see where the year takes me. There are too many variables on this for me. There really, really are. For me, there are too many variables when it comes to consumer spending. There are so many things at play. What if this? What if that? What if that? Some things are out of our control. We have no idea what the economy is going to do. We see the trends and we sort of see what's happening, but there are often things that come along that none of us can predict, as we know. So we do not know what is going to happen over the next year. Also, even internally, I don't know myself what position I'm going to be in. Things vary for me quite a lot. I might have zero funds, zero to spend anything on. I might have some disposable income. I don't really know yet, and I think that's actually quite exciting because it means I can navigate it as and when I'm able to. And if I'm not able to afford something at the time and a new collection comes out and I really, really want something, that's life, isn't it? I've just got to wait. Or I just miss out, and that is what it is, and it just wasn't for me. So, yeah, I don't live my life too much around I have to have something from each collection or anything like that. But I like to be able to navigate things as and when. So, for me, there's literally too many what ifs. And therefore, if I restrict myself, I will just either be miserable with it because it will feel very negative, or yeah, I will just break it, and there's just no point setting these rules and labels. I've said on my channel a few times, I don't really like labeling myself. And yeah, I think this is one of those things that does label you, and it just, yeah, it feels slightly stifling for me, restrictive. I am, and I've talked about this a lot on my channel, I am a very results driven person. That comes from my business background. So I like to set myself little targets and goals. I like to just, yeah, have those little goals in mind. So, for example, on my YouTube channel, I have little milestones. And just while we're talking about that, thank you so much to everybody and anybody that has taken the time to watch any of my videos, to like, to subscribe, all of the rest of it. So thank you so, so much. It just keeps me motivated and having that little goal to strive for. But I find it a really positive impact. I set a little bit of a time frame. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I miss the time frame. But I just want to see things, yeah, just moving and growing. And, you know, that's what makes the world go around for me. However, if I set myself limits and restrictions, which is how this feels, yeah, it's just very negative for me. So, yeah, I feel quite stifled, and yeah, I just want to just go, just be, and just see what the year brings. So, where am I on all of this? Well, I think you can probably tell where I am all of this. I am not going to tell you guys that I'm having a low buy year. And I'm also not going to tell you guys that I'm going to spend a fortune or buy a ton of things this year, because the fact is, I don't know. I don't know. There's lots of variables, lots of things going on. I really don't know what I will be able to spend or not spend at the minute. So I will navigate it as it comes along. Now, if there are certain things that I really, really love and I don't have the funds, it may be that I do what I did in 2023 and I sell some things in order to facilitate that. I don't think there's anything that I have that I want to sell at the minute. Absolutely not. But, you know, never say never. So it may be that I am able to facilitate buying something because of selling things. So again, I will just make those decisions as and when things come along. And other than that, I don't want to limit myself. I just think I will set myself up to fail. And I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. It's far too negative for me. So let me know what you guys think. Does it make it a lot easier for you to manage your finances, to look at your cash flow, to rein yourself in if you make it a lot more accountable? I think it's absolutely, if that works for you, then you do that. Obviously works for Lisa. It makes her very accountable. She feels like putting it out there will make her, stick to her parameters, if you like. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I don't think it will work for me. So I'd like to know your thoughts on this. Let's put some things in the comments. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on another one.